Hi. Welcome back. In today's class, we will be learning Scope Definition, WBS and Milestones. Module Focus. Learn how to define project boundaries, break down deliverables into manageable work packages, and create milestone-driven roadmaps that reduce ambiguity and scope creep. Class Objective. By the end of this class, learners will be able to define and document the full scope of a project. Translate goals into deliverables using the Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. Identify dependencies, constraints, and risk-prone areas in project execution. Differentiate fixed versus flexible scope components. Set measurable milestones for accountability and progress tracking. Use a provided WBS Builder and Scope Tracker template to manage scope effectively. What is scope, and why it controls everything else? Scope defines the boundaries of your project, what's in and what's out. If you're vague at the start, you'll pay in change requests, missed expectations, and team burnout later. Scope includes deliverables, what needs to be produced. Features/functions, what must the product/service include. Boundaries, what is explicitly excluded. Assumptions and constraints, what conditions you must work within. Types of scope, product scope versus project scope. Type. Definition. Product scope. The features, functions, and quality of the product/service. Project scope. The work required to deliver the product within time and budget. Example, building a new CRM system. Product scope, interface, reporting dashboard, integration with Gmail. Project scope, design, development, testing, training, and rollout. Creating a work breakdown structure, WBS. The WBS is a hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of work. Benefits of using WBS. Clarifies what work needs to be done. Helps assign ownership. Forms the foundation for schedule and cost planning. Makes it easier to manage progress and quality. Anatomy of a WBS. Level 1, final deliverable, e.g., website deployment. Level 2. Major work streams, e.g., design, development, QA. Level 3, work packages, e.g., homepage design, backend API. Work packages should be small enough to estimate duration, assign ownership, and track progress, but not so small that you micromanage every task. Scope Tracker Template and WBS Builder, download provided. The template includes pre-formatted WBS table, auto-numbering. Sections for task owners, estimates, deadlines, dependencies. Scope change request log, to track scope creep. Status dashboard, not started, in progress, complete. Identifying dependencies and constraints. Dependencies. Tasks that rely on each other. Type. Description. Example. FS, finish to start. Task B starts after A finishes. You can test only after development ends. SS, start to start. Tasks start at the same time. Back-end and front-end development. FF, finish to finish. Tasks must finish together. Report writing and proofreading. SF, start to finish. Rare. Unusual task sequencing. Constraints. Time-based, fixed delivery date. Resource-based, only one SME available. Scope-based, must include X feature. Pro tip, map dependencies using tools like ClickUp, MS Project, or Miro Gantt charts. Planning for fixed versus flexible deliverables. Fixed deliverables. Non-negotiable items due to contract, law, or business need. E.G. Legal compliance documents, regulatory testing, final deliverable. Flexible deliverables. Can evolve during the project, often clarified with feedback loops. E.G. UI color palette, marketing copy tone. How to manage the mix. Lock fixed scope with written approval. Document flexible scope with a feedback cycle, iterations, review stages. Use a change request log to approve updates officially. Setting milestones, creating meaningful progress indicators. What is a milestone? A milestone is a significant checkpoint or event in your project. It has zero duration and marks completion of a major phase. Example milestones. Project kickoff complete. Design phase sign-off. Beta launch completed. Final stakeholder approval. How to use milestones. Tie them to WBS levels. Align them with client or sponsor expectations. Use them to define payment release, internal reviews, and go/no-go decisions. Case study, scope explosion and course correction. Scenario. A client adds new CRM modules mid-project without formal change documentation. Team misses deadline and budget balloons. Reflection. No scope tracker or change log. No clear approval process for scope updates. No milestone accountability framework. Resolution strategy. Introduced change request log and approval gate. Rebaseline timeline using new WBS. Added milestone check-ins with stakeholders every 2 weeks. Assignment, scope mapping simulation. Using the project charter from Class 3. Create a WBS, level 1 to 3, for the project. List 5 key milestones. Use the scope tracker template to log assumptions, exclusions, and constraints. Identify at least 3 dependencies and 2 constraints. Submission format, spreadsheet or structured document. Grading will focus on clarity, logic, and feasibility. By the end of this class, you will be able to translate a vision into a scoped deliverable set. Create a WBS and understand its strategic function. Anticipate risks through constraint and dependency mapping. Establish milestones that measure real progress. Protect your project from scope creep with documentation. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class.